Welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things creepy, kooky, weird and spooky, all done with an ale or two.
Thank you there, and Nicholas Astapani, our little intro expert. He's definitely got a voice for radio, don't you think, Neil?
He has got a voice for radio. He sounds good.
He's got a face for radio as well. I need to have a little drinky poos. I haven't got a craft
Here
out.
we go. Come on, John. It's a bit unprofessional, don't you think? Come on.
Neil, got to wet the whistle.
Should have wet the whistle before you even went on air, John.
Been busy. I'm a busy man. Anyway, welcome to a Paralytic Activities Podcast, episode 21, Neil, already.
Flying through them.
Have a guess what we got tonight, kid?
I don't know what we got tonight, Johnny boy.
Well, we've got a paranormal ale, as per normal. Seth Constantine has sent me a nice little voice message, the Yorkshire exorcist himself, all about the Demon Bael, Neil.
Oh.
Is it Bael or is it Bael? I don't know.
I think it's Baal.
It could be Baal, but then again, if it's Bael, I hope it ain't Gareth.
Yeah, it's Baal.
And do you know what? Thinking of Gareth Bale, Neil, if you look at him closely, especially with that bloody ponytail, he looks a bit demonish, doesn't he? Looks like a demon. He was a demon down the wing anyway for Tottenham.
I don't know about a demon, John, but it's stupid top knot has got on his head. Stupid.
Well, you've got to be a bit weird to kind of try and pull one of them off anyway, especially with the physical he's got. Well, you know.
Well, it's been Valentine's Day.
Well, he got to Real Madrid somewhere, didn't he? He was pulling somebody off.
No.
Zidane, more than likely. And Orange here, our good friend, he's got another tale in Orange Spills the Juice. And a certain film is going to get the Paralytic Activities treatment in Flick the Bloody Screen. But first, Neil, we are going to go straight into a paranormal ale. What have we got, pal? What have we got and where we got it from?
Well, I just want to say yes, another thank you to Mr. Dead Cold, Mark Bonaire, for this absolutely fabulous, I ain't tried it yet, but absolutely fabulous design of a can to start with. Rocky Road chocolate and marshmallow stout. It's from the Tring Brewery, I think where it is, but it is from the Mad Squirrel Brewery. But I think it's from the brewery in Tring where he gets it from. But I think he's trying to finish me off. We're on a school night here, Mark, and this is 8%. Jesus Christ!
Have some of that.
I wish I'd have drunk it in a brown paper bag. I'll tell you, sitting on a bench.
You was yesterday.
Oh, shut up, Dick Splat.
Down Fleck Park, you Fleck dipper pants on.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you an honest review, Mark. If it's as good as it sounds,
sometime today,
we're in for a treat.
Whenever you're ready.
Sweet, chocolatey experience in a glass.
Oh!
You know me. I know I don't look
Willy
like
Wonka.
chocolate.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Starfish. One of my favourite films.
Umpa, down his jumper.
Brand new t-shirt, Mark.
Don't look it.
You shut up. Jesus Christ.
What do you sound like one of the wrestlers from Mad Dog?
Oh, yeah.
You shut up.
It's the 15th of January. All right. 15th of January. 15th of February.
He only took the head off that. I mean, he's probably said that before, but he's only just took the head off it. He don't even know what day it is or what month it is.
I know.
We are in 2024. And Quantum Leap.
Look at that, John.
Beautiful.
What's it look like?
Oh, man.
What does that look like?
Looks nice. That's what it looks like. I'd say it looks like Guinness, but it's got a brown head instead of a white head.
That's got a kick.
Neil, I'm going to have to try it.
That's got a kick.
Pass that bad boy over here.
No duck horses.
Duck horses. And they're that for a while.
We don't like cooties.
Cooties I can handle.
Come on.
Wait up. Lord have bloody mercy, people. That is one strong beer.
It is
and
strong.
you can taste the chocolate, can't you?
You can taste the
And
chocolate.
the marshmallow, and it's nice and sweet.
It is, I think one will do.
Mark, you're the top man. You're
Thank
the top
you,
man.
Mark. You know what? You don't have to do what you've done. It's so appreciated, mate. Really is.
Do you know what? In the paranormal field, we've met some really smoshing people, and Mark Boner, Mr. Dead Cold, is up there near at the top, isn't he, Neil?
He is, yeah.
He's at the top.
He is.
He's a top bloke. Go and check out his channel. He'll be appreciate it. Really will. Neil, give us a rating on the old ale scale.
I'm giving you a rating on the old.
Fuck me, I feel pissed.
On the old strong ale scale. A 6 out of 5, that is.
Bloody no.
I'm going to give that a 4.7 out of 5, John.
That's not bad. That's not
It's
bad,
a
Neil.
good score.
I'd probably give that 4.7 as well, to be honest.
I'll
It's
tell you
strong.
what, I'm going to be
Jesus
slurring my words
Christ.
after that, I'll tell you now.
You'll be slurring your words in a minute.
I know, yeah.
But that's nice, Neil. That's nice. That is a great start to this episode. Whatever Neil's going to be like by the end of it, I doubt.
Well,
But
I had
you
this
know.
glass for Valentine's Day yesterday. It's got hobgoblin on it.
So,
The only goblin I had all day yesterday, this was.
anyway, Neil, let's get on with the old podcast, shall we, pal? Shall we? Neil, what have you been up to?
You know what I'm up to, Johnny boy? What have I been up to, John? Not a lot.
That's why I asked you, Neil. That's why I asked you.
Well, I've been trying to look at the casino and went to the casino by myself.
It's always
just-
chips in LA. It's
yeah.
always chips.
Just the one chip, please. You know, like a loner. You know, Valentine's Day we watched. Come round here, we watched Grease.
We did, Neil.
Done
We
a bit
did.
of enjoying, and you know. And,
Neil, is Grease one of your favourite films or what?
I love Grease. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
I love Grease and I love the film.
Yeah. Well, Neil, funny you should mention Grease. I've got a couple of facts for you about Grease. Did you know, and people listening, that Henry Winkler, who was the Fonz, was offered the role of Danny Zuko before John Travolta? Hey!
I'm glad John Travolta got it. Happy days, eh?
Yeah. But Henry Winkler said he turned it down because he didn't want to be typecast. But he's always been known as the bloody Fonz ever since.
Well, you can see it, you know what I mean? What he looks like. The Fonz is brilliant, John.
He was, yeah. Why do I sound like Roland Rat?
No,
Hey, rat
I look
fans.
like him. What about?
Cheeky, yes. And Neil, did you know the song "A Beauty School Dropout" got its name after writers for Grease saw a news report about a teenager who dropped out of beauty school and became a murderer?
Seriously?
Yes, Neil, beauty school a dropout.
Beauty school dropout. Go back to Winston Green. No old skill, eh?
In the movie again, Neil, a lyric from "Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee" was changed as something a bit more sexual because of Elvis the pelvis. Yeah. Coincidentally, Elvis Presley died the same day the scene was filmed.
Never.
August the 16th, 1977.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know Elvis died in 1977,
I'll
Neil.
tell you what, I'm all shook up, John.
And do you know Kaniki, Neil?
Oh,
Kinnicky. A hickey from Kinnicky.
Hickey
It's
from
a hallmark. And do
Uh-huh.
you know the people who've watched Grease, and you got Rizzo there with the love bites on the neck.
Yeah.
That was real, Neil.
Of Kinnicky.
Of Kinnicky. Kinnicky gave Rizzo the love bite because he said it's a hallmark.
Bloody hell.
And when Jeff Conway, who played Kinnicky, was doing the old Grease lightning scene, he hurt his back, Neil, and he got addicted to painkillers, which ultimately led to his death in 2011.
Oh,
So since that time, he had a bad back. Get the painkillers down him. He got addicted to them, and it killed him.
I mean, Icky from Kinnicky.
Yeah, that's what it was all about, Neil.
I know.
That's what it's all about. Anyway,
Bloody
Neil,
hell.
where are we going on the 24th? We're not going to say where, but we've got a photo shoot, eh, kid?
We have, yeah. I went into Asda today, John, and bought 2 grapes and a banana.
That's funny. I bought 2 melons and a kidney dish.
I want a bed for you.
Well, I don't get them for you. I can tell you that. More like for Jack.
No need for that, John.
Yeah, he's 7 foot tall.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, he's gonna have a big fucking gherkin, isn't he? You know what I mean?
You know, John.
Well, he's gonna be, and he ain't gonna have a maggot when he's 7 foot.
Why?
Because it's science, Neil. The ratio, he's got size 14 feet, same as Nige. They used to call Nides the tripod.
So you're telling me giraffes have got big cocks?
Of course they have, Neil.
Really?
Neil, you've been round the West Midland Safari Park.
I ain't been looking at the giraffes' cocks.
Well,
John.
what do you think was eating the popcorn at your car? he had his back to you.
It's a long neck, eh?
Yeah, so we got a photo shoot for the Observer, Neil, the Observer magazine. I don't know what it's all about.
Not the Warsaw Observer.
Yeah, but our good friend Kate Shrell, name dropping, put us in touch with the photographer and said, "These are the guys you want." And there you go.
Bless your case.
And another bit of news, people. Our podcast is trending in the UK at the moment. We are 175 in Apple Podcasts in the UK, Neil. It's
Getting something to be proud of.
I don't know what it means personally.
It means we're 175th in the chart.
But there might be 176 podcasts.
No, there's got to be.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't go. Well, no, in the certain categories, but it's it's a good shout out anyway.
I'm
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Neil, let's kind of move on to comments from the last episode. Neil, Ale House, and a Dancing Psycho. Our last episode 20. Go check it out, people. It's a bloody hoot. Neil, comments. This one is from a good friend. We've already mentioned him once. Mr. Dead Carl himself. He goes, "Gents, honestly, you are more than welcome," because obviously he sent the beers. "If I can send you more beers from the Mad Squirrel Brewery, please do, Mark. We'll accept them. That's no problem. Because I have got a lot more crazy looking beers. Great job on the podcast. As always, a belter of a show."
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much.
Our good friend Hayley Summergill, talking about you, Neil, talking about the dancing woman outside Plek Chippy.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, "I can't believe Neil Smith hasn't ever seen a woman dancing outside Plek Chippy. Love his stories. Hope to get the lasagna one soon. And now I'm off to the Falstaff, hoping to get a cheeky, sneaky pilfer from the artful Jammy Dodger." Again, from last week's episode.
Bless you, Riley.
She'll do for us, well, kid.
Oh, fantastic woman. I never met her, but I liked her.
Yeah, I bet you would.
John.
Welcome to Blind Days. Our good friend, the Warsaw Mothman, Neil. He's a Warsaw superhero, isn't he?
He is. He's got just him,
I know. But he's the top man. He's the top dog. He's the boss man.
Have you had an invoice off him, John?
I have, yeah.
You for a balti?
No, to pick rubbish up.
I've had that as well. I've had that. We're going to play balti tonight, I don't think it is.
Oh, is he? No, I haven't, no.
Well,
I might have done. I don't check the messages half the time. Anyway, Martin Lever, the Warsaw Mothman, says, "Funny as fuck this week, fellas. Plek Dipper is a blast from the past." Now, Plek Dipper, when we was kids, we used to go to a swimming thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was run by a guy called Charlie. And he was there in his green budgie smugglers. He was in his 70s then, Neil, in the 80s. And with all these kids and that,
Well,
the 80s, Neil, do you know what I mean? I don't think he worked for the BBC.
He taught me to dive.
I bet he did. Don't eat the big left white mint. So he goes, from the Plek Dipper as a blast from the past. And he also says, "Charlie, was he a right one or was he a wrong one? We don't know. But rest in peace, Charlie. Can you run through some of the equipment you often use? We will do in a future episode at Mr. Martin. And maybe mark them, as I bet most of them are as accurate as a Poundland Ghostbusters Proton Pack." And you know what, Neil? He's probably got he's hit the nail on the bloody head there with some of them anyway. So, yeah, we will be doing that, won't we, Neil?
Yeah.
We'll be doing that, kid. Guaranteed. Cheers, Martin. Dennis Glenn, all the way from Wensbury Paranormal. Neil, he said, "Didn't know Anthony was off the Traitors was making a guest appearance." Now, he got it a little bit wrong, Neil, because Anthony was not Welsh. It was Andrew who was Welsh. And when Alid Mulder came on the show from Wales, he sounded like him. So that's what he was kind of getting at.
Wow.
But no, it's not Anthony or Andrew from the Traitors. It's Alid Mulder, all the way from Wales. Yeah. So there you go. That's some of the comments we just run through. Thank you. Keep them coming in, Neil.
Yes.
Tell them, keep them coming in.
Keep them coming in, people.
Keep them coming in.
So we're just saying, people, but just keep them coming in anyway. Tell your muckers.
Now, just bear with me. Neil, carry on talking because I've got to sort something out.
What you got to sort out, John?
Neil, just carry on talking.
Here he goes, Angela Lansbury. He's off.
Well, Neil. Well,
Murdered he wrote.
Our good friend, the Yorkshire Exorcist,
Yeah.
has sent us a little message because he's going to start having his own section, Neil.
Is he?
Yeah, because apparently there is hundreds and hundreds of demons. Demon here, demon there, demon bloody everywhere. Beelzebub, Lucifer, Apollo Creed. There's hundreds of them, Neil. So he's going to come on and tell us about them. So he just wants to introduce his new section coming up. It's going to be called the Yorkshire Exorcist, Neil. And do you know what? He's even got his own music.
Oh, God.
He has. He's got his own music.
What is it, John?
This is Seth Constantine's music, Neil. And he sent me a message, Neil. Sent me a message. So, anyway, Seth, take it away, pal. Seth, are you with us? Seth, are you with us? Hello, Seth. So, please.
I'm here to talk to you about the old Upstate name or Baal. A Lord of the Flies, the dirty bugger. Did you know that you can turn people invisible? No, neither did I. So I was invisible for 3 days, the little bugger. Bloody road. I'll send that daft ape back to hell. And if you see him, tell him I'm going to thump him right up the chop holes. Ta-da!
So there you go. That's a quick message from our Seth.
He'd be angry, eh?
No, I think he's got a bad throat. I think he's got the Scooby Doo.
What was it?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got the old Scooby Doo, Neil. So anyway, he was talking about Bael or Bael. I don't know how you pronounce
Ball,
it.
John.
Ball. It could be Ball. I don't know.
Ball.
But we're not on about Gareth Bale either. The Tottenham Hotspur and Real Madrid Welsh wizard, as he was called. But then again, he looked a bit like a demon. So anyway, Bael or Baal is a demon described in demological grimoires now. Yeah. Such as the Lesser Key of Solomon and something else where he's the first spirit mentioned. He is also in the Dictionnaire Infernal, and Neil is described like this. He's got a hoarsely voice.
That was it.
Hoarsely voice. He's got a hoarsely voice, and he has the power to make men invisible.
I can't see that, John.
Neither can anybody else. But while he's making people invisible, Neil, he rules over 66 legions of demons. So he's the top dog, Neil.
So he's like the Cyrus.
He's like Cyrus,
yeah.
yeah.
The Warriors.
He's like Cyrus at the Warriors.
It was them, the demons.
Can you dig it?
Never with a spade.
So anyway, he was the Lesser Key of Solomon, and he's described as appearing in the form of a cat, a toad, and a man, Neil. So it's a combination of all three.
Toad and a man.
So let me just break that down for you. Gareth Bale, or Bael, the demon, the Welsh wizard. He looks like a cat. He looks like a toad, and he's got an head of a man. He makes people invisible, and he leads 66 legions of demons.
What did Catman do, John?
And
Catman
just
toad.
to top it off, if this is for people who are watching on YouTube, he looks like this. Now, to me,
Prince Charles.
It looks like Prince Bloody Charles. And he's even got a crown and all.
John, I think we're on to something.
I'm telling you. That's it. The crows are coming home to roost, Neil. The crows are coming home to roost.
Jesus.
Prince Charles is Bael the demon.
Unreal.
Have some of that, people. Have some of bloody
John,
that.
Do you know a Bael?
Yeah.
Ball.
Ball.
He's got 3 brothers.
You got 3 brothers?
3 brothers?
Has he?
He's got Bobby Ball.
Rock on, sorry.
Alan Bael
I can't do an
and
impression of him.
Michael Bael, who had a massive hit called Love, Love Changes Everything. And he had that hit with Andrew Lloyd Webber, who looks like a demon.
He does, doesn't he?
He does.
He looks
yeah.
a bit fucked up, don't he, Andrew
Yeah.
Lloyd Webber?
I mean, he married Sarah Brightman, John.
Yeah.
He's telling me he'd have had a chance with her if he won the gaffer of
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
worked stacking shelves in Tesco.
But
She wouldn't even looked at him.
he had a big wallet, Neil.
I don't care what he's got, John.
He had a massive wallet, that's why.
Exactly.
But then again, Sarah Brightman wasn't no oil painting.
Her
Neil.
blood he was in a day.
In a day, maybe, but each to their own. Wasn't for me, Lord. Was
Oh.
cracking voice though,
Oh, no, yeah.
cracking voice.
No.
But yeah, Andrew Lloyd Webber's got a massive wallet now. That's why money talks and bullshit walks.
Money talks, dirty cash I want you, dirty cash I need you.
All right, Stevie V.
I'm just singing that to me, mate. Man, I used to have a big moustache.
Yeah,
He's like a dirty tash.
dirty Tash, I want you. Dirty Tash, I need you. Well, I thought he was going to say something else. Then being Valentine's Day, just gone.
Oh, dirty gash. Oh. So,
He's off again. He's off again. Do you know what? I apologise, Hayley Summergill, for Neil's language. It is shocking sometimes.
John, when you have to drive
Absolutely
when you have to
shocking.
drive past prostitutes
Yeah,
to get to your house,
yeah,
well, they're in my street, but I have to drive past them.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a drive-by. It's like a drive-through McDonald's. You know what I mean? I'll have a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that a euphemism?
yeah, that's what I mean. I'll have a big crack and a portion of chips.
You're lucky to give him a nugget, yeah.
Do you mind? Did you know?
A French fry. Anyway, Neil, talking of Valentine's Day. Talking of Valentine's Day, Neil. Valentine's Day is not what you think. Or what it used to be. Anyway, so on the 14th of February, that's Valentine's Day. And of course, Saint Valentine. Saint Valentine, Neil, could have been two different men. Not just
Really?
one man. Saint Valentine was, that's where Valentine's Day come from, because he was a saint. Saint Valentine. Yeah.
I've never heard it. Saint Valentine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he was. Like Father Christmas was a Saint Nicholas,
Hmm.
And Roger Moore was the saint.
And
Do you know what I mean? And so was
Ian St. John.
Ian St. John. That was him, yeah. He might have been two or even three people, Neil. But the way Valentine's Day came about, Neil, is not what you think, because they think that the guy who Valentine's Day comes from, he was beheaded for helping couples get married in secret.
Seriously.
Seriously, nearly had his head lobbed off. And do you know what? Let's celebrate it with some cheap chocolates and a card from Moonpig.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I mean?
What's so romantic about that, John?
Well, it changes through the years, Neil.
You reckon that's what the term giving head comes from?
Could be, Neil. It could well
You
be.
know.
Now, Valentine's Day may be a product of the classic church, and it declared a new holiday to replace the pagan Lupercalia, I think it's called. Now, the church did this a lot back in the day, Christmas included, Neil, like we just said. Now, they was all fed up with the pagans celebrating in the streets, so they'd find a way to make the holiday their own and make it a bit more palatable. Now, Lupercalia was a fertility festival in Rome in mid-February, during which, amongst many ghastly rituals, men would slap women and crops with bloody goat hide and make them more fertile. In other words, get the women, get a bloody a goat hide.
What do you mean by goat? Or a bit of leather?
No, well, there's leather off a goat.
No, but you might have put a leather jacket on. Huh?
You ain't one of the T-birds, Neil. You never make it on Thunder Road. Now, a goat hide, you took the skin off a goat. That's a
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they used to beat women with it to make them more fertile so they could have kids.
That's a lot. I thought it was the most worst thing I've ever heard in my life. How could that make a fertile?
I don't know, Neil. There's weird back in the day, Neil. They believed anything. Now, also, part of that, the Lupercalia may have also involved all the single ladies, Neil. Cue Beyonce.
If you like, you better put a cock ring on it. If you like, you better put it. I should sing that for other work, John.
Did you? Why?
Don't sell cock rings.
What you selling cock rings for?
Business is business, John.
All right, Dirty Barry.
I've got a story about that as
Go
well.
on then.
had a phone call to I sell this cock ring and I put him on top of the boiler in my house.
As you do.
I had a phone call, Brody. Dad, when am I going to at work? Because the man's coming here to service the boiler. Oh, God. You know, and like, it's like a Mike Tyson uppercut.
No, they might have thought there was just washers for plumbing.
No, John. These vibrated and they've got cock
Jesus.
ring on them.
Well, they're actually written on their cock ring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're going to have a good eyesight to see that.
Oh, yeah. And when I got home, the bloke was there. If we got laid out on the side, John, and I went, I'll sell them, mate. Because they have been used enough, you know what I mean?
Glad to hear it.
I know.
Well, they're in a packet.
In a packet, yeah.
Well, that's...
But, John, I know there was one missing.
Maybe you fix your boiler, will you?
He kept saying it was his phone, bringing in the pockets.
But he went down the step like Spring Hill Jack.
I know, oh, yeah. He was buzzing when he walks out the door and all that.
Anyway, so they used to put the names in a pot and to be drawn from, Neil. And the local dudes would draw, and the couple hooked up for a week or a year for a bit of nonsense, you know what I mean? And that was part of the part of Lupercalia. And all these stems goes to people buying chocolates and roses in cards from Moonpig, Neil. That is it.
That's shocking.
That is Valentine's Day, Neil.
A lot of people don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Like who? People with people with no money.
No people with no chicks. Like me. Just the one ticket, please. To be fair, I had a bad looking lad. Doesn't matter with people, man, John. Because I'm going to stop being a twat.
He's off.
I am. I'm going to stop being a cunt. I swear to God. I'm
Neil!
not a person.
He's just dropped this. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. I'm going to wash his mouth out later with a Rocky Road Mad Squirrel from the Spring Brewery. Anyway, Neil.
I do apologise.
Let's kind of move on. Yeah, calm down, son. Calm
Beer,
down.
John?
Calm down. Calm down.
Turn into a mad squirrel.
Calm down. Calm down. So we all know that we do a little section called Orange Spills the Juice.
Oh, no.
Orange spills the juice. She spills more than juice these days. Orange spills the juice. Now we all know, everybody knows, who knows him, he's the most unluckiest, clumsiest person on the planet. I have seen him get run over by a parked car. He's that unlucky and clumsy. So this little tale, I was there and I witnessed it. This is called the Shrek incident. Neil, take it away.
Well, we all went to watch Shrek the musical at Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. Our friend over the road, Craig, he was actually in the show, like, so we went to support him. There's got to have been how many of us, John? 20. Got to have been 20 of us. Everybody comes. Anyway, we was in the crap seats, roar up the back. And if you've ever been to Wolverhampton Grand, you're packed in, you know. But me and John had a few liveners.
Now you did, and I had one. You had about 5.
I had 3 points before I went in, right? And when you break the forces, you can't stop going to the toilet, John. You know what I mean?
You should have worn them cock rings.
Yeah. Anyway, as we've got there, we've got in our seats, we bang in the middle. So there's about 25 people run to the right of me, 25 people to the left. Right? So I thought to myself, oh God, what am I going to do if we're near the toilet? You know what I mean? Because there wasn't much room, because the seats were that crap weather, John.
Yeah.
That's small. I mean, I had a massive level. You know, we were struggling. Even here, we're struggling here.
Yeah. I mean, the Wolverhampton Theatre, when you're at the top, is like vertical, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a vertical drop.
It is.
It's steep.
Anyway, halfway through the first half of the musical, I could feel it bubbling up. I'm like, oh, man, I need to get to the toilet. I saw that up, piss my pants, John. I can't, you know.
So you wanted the slash.
Yeah. So I'm looking to the right of me, and I'm looking at all the people. There's kids and everything. There must be like a brownies club there or something. I don't know what it was. I think so. I've got to get up now, get past all these people, and then get to the toilet, and then come back again, which I don't like disturbing people.
But don't forget, Neil, you waited for me to get up.
Let me get
So
to
I got up and I led the way. The parted like Moses parting the sea.
You and Gemma got up.
Yeah. The parted like Moses parting the sea, and then Neil followed.
So I thought, right then, because I've got to get up for John and Gemma, I'm going to get up. So we've got right shuffle through. Excuse me, mate. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. Turn on your voice. And all this crap. Right. Got to the very end, John. The steps are that steep. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, these pair got into the steps, walked down the steps. I'm trying to go, oh, sorry, mate, 'cause I'm a clumsy git. Got to the last chair, and somebody left, the woman had left her handbag in the middle of the fucking floor, right? Like a dickhead, I got my foot caught round the handles, right? And I've got nothing to grab onto. I'm just like this. And I've just fell forward, face planted the railing on these stairs, and I'm there going down the stairs. Oh, my shoe! You know, trying to grab hold to the railing, bouncing my head off the steps, right? And I managed to, if I hadn't stopped myself, I'd have rolled onto the stage, wouldn't I, John?
Yeah.
I would have rolled onto the stage.
The funny thing was, Shrek was singing at the time.
It was, yeah.
And everybody stopped. It's like they hit the jukebox in EastEnders.
Yeah,
went
it
off.
was, like the Phil Collins.
I looked behind and it was like a scene out of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So
With a big boulder coming at me.
I've still got the dent on my head somewhere. Do you remember
Yeah.
Whacked my head off the hand railing. But a few weeks before, I split all my eye open. I fell out of bed and cut my eye on the in an hotel, really bad. So they thought I'd done that as well. You see, so all the security come over, you know, dragged me down the stairs like a rag doll, and I took it to first aid. I walked round the corner, Gemma's in stitches, he's pissing itself like a dickhead, right? And I've had to fill in all these bloody forms. I mean, it's all show now.
Yeah, it was a breakdown.
Oh. Anyway, I had to fill in all these first aid forms and everything, like what had happened and that, like, and then he was looking in my eyes with the toy. I was all dazed. It was embarrassing, John.
Even Shrek and Fiona come and checked on you, did they?
Yeah, I was a nervous Shrek.
He was a nervous Shrek.
So I
was, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Donkey bought you the points.
Yeah. I could have actually been in Shrek, John, because I got 2 lumps on my head here. You know.
And you was green.
And I was green, yeah.
Yeah, he was green.
Yeah, but it was. I was very lucky that day because them steps have got to be 3 foot high.
Neil,
No,
imagine if you'd have bounced down them stairs.
You mean bounced?
Because everybody bounces. Everybody bounces, Neil, like flubber when you're going down vertical stairs.
It was, John. I felt every bang.
Well, what if you bounced and landed on the stage? How brilliant would that have been?
Well, no, yeah.
That would have been fantastic. Crash through the set.
No, took Shrek out.
Whoosh, have some of that. Anyway, people, that is Orange Spills the Juice. And do you know what, people? You had to be there to believe it actually happened.
Where did we go? We went back there, didn't we, to watch Ariel, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the woman behind the bar, she went,
I remember you.
I remember you.
Yeah.
You're the one that fell down the stairs and Shrek. But yeah. That was me.
Anyway, Neil, that leads us straight on to my favourite section.
Here we go.
But actually, before we do, I'm going to quickly, because we are kind of a paranormal show. A not normal, Neil.
Yeah.
A not normal. And people, I don't pick on these people at all. It just seemed to happen. To me, it's hilarious now. It's a joke. It's funnier and more fake now, I think, than most haunted, Neil.
Bloody hell, that's a bold statement, John.
I do. So I'm just going to quickly tell you all about the latest episode from Help, My House is Haunted.
Is that what you said to me then?
Yeah. Help, My House is Haunted, Neil, with Barry Guy, Ian Lawman, and the lovely Jane Harris. Now, I ain't got a bad word to say about Jane, because we know her quite well, don't we? And she's a lovely bloody woman. But the episode just gone with the Paul Burrell, Neil.
Oh, the Paul Burrell.
The Paul Burrell episode where he's where obviously people who know Paul Burrell, you know, all our American listeners, Neil. He was a butler or an aide to Princess Diana, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was, and he was famously done for nicking all the cutlery, the stainless steel, maybe a couple of candlesticks here and there.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Neil was right. Robbing Get.
Jesus, I know that.
He was, yeah. He robbed all the stuff.
That is
Light-fingered Burrell, he was called.
Light-fingered Burrell.
He was, yeah.
Was that boy when he was on I'm a Celebrity when he put his thing in? When he pulled it out, it was a knife set.
it was some cutlery. Anyway, Neil. So anyway, I'll just set the scene. Help me as I wanted. You know, the three main investigators have gone to his house.
Right.
And the mediums walked in, and he said, "Yeah, I sense a female figure. You know where it's going straight away, don't you?
No.
You know for a fact he's going to say Princess Diana's ghost is in Paul Burrell's house." And lo and behold, Neil, Paul Burrell is haunted by Princess Diana.
Whatever.
Ridiculous.
Whatever.
Ridiculous. Why on earth would Princess Diana's spirit, even if ghosts do exist, Neil, be round Paul Burrell's house? Surely she'd be looking over the kids. All right.
What's all that about, John?
I don't get it. It's for entertainment. It's for it. To me, right? I'm watching it now, and they look like they're acting. And I know it's all for entertainment, but are the celebrities in on it as well? Are they in on the gag? And are they trying to make fools of everybody who's watching it? Because they've done a voice recorder session, and a voice came through, and it said, "Sorry." But it could have said anything. It was like a noise. But when they put the words up on the screen, and you got Barry arguing, "That said sorry, that did. That said sorry." And Paul Burrell goes, upset, he goes, "That sounded like the princess."
Oh, come on.
Neil, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It sounded like the princess. And then Ian Lorman there with his curly tosh is there, twiddling it. Like this.
Getting the airwaves.
Yeah, tuning into the spirits. He goes, "Princess Diana. She's with you, Paul.
Oh.
He's with you, Paul." And then halfway through the investigation, Paul Burrell sods off, and the medium, Ian Lorman, goes, "Yeah, I think Diana's left. Diana's gone and followed Paul Burrell, probably to Matalan or something." Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can obviously get some more cutlery, you know, light-fingered get. You know what I mean? Get in a few Gillettes in his pocket or a couple of batteries. Because no one pays for them, do they? Let's be honest. You know, and Diana's wandering around Morrison's with Paul Burrell.
What's going on, man? I remember watching. Oh, well.
So the whole of the rest of the show, Neil, Diana had gone.
Yeah. And
What a load of tosh!
One bit there's going, "Oh, I can smell toast, John. I can smell eggs. I think he's died in the hole."
Dowd in the hole.
Yeah, that was his name.
Rest in peace.
I know.
The pair of them. But yeah, to me,
it's a load of shit.
It's a big piss.
I'm sorry, man.
It's a big piss take.
Why would she be there? At the,
I don't know. I don't know, Neil. I don't know, Neil. I don't know. But to me, it's a big piss take, and people are watching it and believing it. You know, they're trying to con people. In my opinion, now I'm not saying there isn't no ghost there, but it's not going to be Princess Diana. Let's be honest.
No.
Once she died in France, surely her energy would be there anyway. Wouldn't be in Paul Burrell's loft. You know what I mean? Get out of where all the actually, Neil, maybe that's where he stores all the Nick stuff.
Probably does. Actually.
She's probably trying to get it back.
Probably, yeah.
Everyone trying to get that, the stainless steel cutlery back and stuff, and the Royal Dalton and stuff like that. So yeah, Neil, help me if you're haunted. Love the show. You wouldn't believe it, would you? But I do. I do a lot of watching it. Yeah. But it's hilarious. It's like Carry On Haunting. That's what it is. You got Barry Guy, Sid James, Jane Harris, Atty Jakes.
You know, John.
I'm just saying.
Could have said Barbara Windsor.
Oh, but okay, then let's go with Barbara Windsor. That's better. And Ian Lorman's Atty Jakes. Yeah, the Atty Jakes of a night. He was that scared. He was shaking like a shitting dog.
So, I mean, what's he going to be like now? Never knows. Diana's with him. He'll be the next one on the list.
Hey, Neil. On that bombshell, how's the beer going?
It's not going to be better.
Well, get your lips around your milkshake. It's time for Flick the Screen, my little movie section, homage to horror and all things spooky, Neil. That's what it is. And we do a little section in this section before we get to the main event. We do a little section
The
called
main event.
yeah, that's what it is. Guess the shit title, Neil.
Oh yeah.
Guess the movie shit title. So what I do, I find an obscure movie with a stupid title. It's a stupid film, really. But I guarantee Neil hasn't watched. So I tell him the name of the film, and he tells me what he thinks it's about. So Neil, tonight's film, which is obviously relevant to yourself, it's called Ginger Snaps. What's it about?
It's about,
What do you think it's about?
it's
Neil?
about me going on a rant.
No.
Huh? I feel like snapping sometimes, I tell you.
Yeah, the Ginger Snaps.
Yeah. Ginger snap.
Yeah. What's it about? What's it about, Neil? What's it about?
Is it about? I don't know, John. Is it about some bloke with ginger hair?
No.
Is it ginger snaps drinks?
No.
Ginger crisps?
No. No, I'll tell you what it
It's
is. Neil.
stupid.
You was close though. It's about a girl with ginger hair.
Oh, wait, John, come on.
Well, you don't know the difference all the time. Your mind plays tricks now. So anyway, this is the kind of the storyline to Ginger Snaps. You ain't far off, Neil, to money. Actually, you're miles off. It's about the coming of age, a woman coming of age, Neil. And so Ginger is 15. She's edgy, she's tough, and with her younger sister, is staging and photographing scenes of death, Neil. So they go around filming dead animals and all that kind of stuff. Now, they've made a pact about dying together. Now, in early October in the movie, on the night, she has her first period, Neil.
You know,
Yeah. I
Sean.
can't help it. I didn't write the film, did I?
It was Sylvester Stallone in it.
I don't get that.
First blood.
On that bombshell, people. So they've made a pact about dying together. In early October, on the night she has her first period for Sylvester Stallone, which is also the night of a full moon, Neil. Now, a werewolf bites Ginger. And within a few days, some serious changes happen to her body and her temperament. Her sister Bridget, 15, tries to find a cure with the help of Sam, a local dope dealer. And as Bridget races against the clock, Halloween and another full moon approaches, Ginger gets scarier, and it ain't just the local dogs. She likes to begin to bite and kill. She starts killing everybody, Neil. So that's why it's called Ginger Snaps. She snapped, Neil. She'd had enough. You know what I mean? Plus, she was menstrual, and she's probably, pissed off the tack that split up. Do you know what I mean? Robbie went on his own, but that's another story. And that's why it's called Ginger Snaps.
What did you say? She's a minstrel. Right.
A minstrel? No, she was menstrual. She was a fucking minstrel.
Was the film in black and white? Mama.
One of the quotes, Neil, from Ginger itself, she goes, "I get this ache, and I thought it was for sex, but it's not. I just want to tear everything to fucking pieces." That's a nice little quote right there, Neil. Nice
Typical
little
Ginger,
quote.
that is, John.
It's like you. Always wants sex, never gets it, so he just tears a doner kebab from Plick Chippy to pieces, covered in bogies and dust. Neil, we're moving on to the main event. The main event. It's a film called Jeepers Creepers, Neil. Jeepers Creepers. Don't forget those peepers. Jeepers Creepers. Now, Jeepers Creepers is a 2001 horror film written and directed by Victor Salva, and it stars Gina Phillips and Justin Long as Trish and Darry, two siblings in college who are pursued by a violent truck driver portrayed by Jonathan Beck. And the film takes the name from the 1938 song of the same name, Jeepers Creepers, How's Your Bloody Peepers? So that's where they got it, the film. So I'm going to go straight in, Neil, straight in, and stop anytime you want to, if you want to question anything I'm about to say. But I'm going to doubt people, Jeepers Creepers in a bloody nutshell. Now, Trish and brother Darry are driving for spring break when a rusty old truck tailgates, flashing lights and honking the horn right behind them. Now, the bro and sis are shitting themselves, but the wanker eventually passes them. Happy bloody days. That's the last thing you need, ain't Neil?
Oh, John,
Especially on a road where there's no other cars. You got some twat
no, it's nothing worse,
tailgating
John.
you in a rusty truck. You don't need it, Neil.
You don't need it.
You know what I mean? Driving anyway, stressful enough.
It is.
You know what I mean? So he passes them. So later on, the driving down the road, and they stumble on the same rust bucket parked by an old church. Now the driver has got out the truck, and not only does he look a bit weird, he's dumping what appears to be a body wrapped in blood-soaked sheets into a large pipe. I don't mean a smoking pipe, Neil. I mean a pipe sticking out the ground. Do you know what I mean?
A pipe.
Like a pipe.
Like a chute.
Kind of thing. Have some of that. Straight down the pipe. Now, the Freakazoid notices Trish and Darry and jumps into old Chugaboom and speeds after them, running them off the road into the dirt. Now, shook up, Trish and Darry go back to the church because they're nosy fuckers, Neil. They're nosy fuckers. They go back to the church and they go to the pipe and hear noises down there. So Darry, being the nosy get that he is, goes into the pipe where there are hundreds of bodies, all with stitches running from the necks all the way down the stomach, Neil. The pair drove to a nearby diner after that to call the cops. What's going on? There's hundreds of bodies down in this pipe. This weirdo in a rusty truck has been throwing bodies down there. So, do you know what? We're going to go to the local diner because that was the first thing they saw on the road to call the bloody Rozzers, Neil. So they went there to call the cops. When they get a weird call off the phone they're just about to use from a woman telling them they are fucked up, sticking their noses into the Freakazoid's business. How she knows they're in the diner, and how she knows the number to the diner is another thing. Maybe, you might do a nice bit of pie in there, Neil.
You might do.
You know what I mean? Nice bit of key lime pie. Have some of that, and she
Multi-pie.
orders it over the phone on speed dial, Just Eat, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've stuck the nose into the Freakazoid business, and then the weird bitch plays the song "Jeepers Creepers" on an old record player. Jeepers Creepers, you don't need your peepers, or something like that. And she's also saying that one of them will die by an ancient creature known as the Creeper, Neil, who wakes every 23rd spring for 23 days to feast on human body parts.
What's with the 23, John?
I don't know, Neil.
There's lucky number on the roulette.
It could be. It could be. He just likes that number, Neil. I don't know. Now, the Creeper finally finds Trish and Darry. He drops kicks Trish and chooses Darry, grabbing the nosy fucker and flying out the window, Neil. So the geezer, this Creeper geezer, he can fly. He's got wings,
He's
Neil.
got wings, John.
Yeah, he's got wings. And he flies and takes the nosy Darry with him. Now, Trish goes home thinking, fuck me, that was close. Meanwhile, in an abandoned factory, the Creeper has removed the back of Darry's head and taken his eyes, all while Jeepers Creepers plays on the Creepers record player. Jeepers Creepers. I'm going to set your peepers. That's why he had no eyes, Neil.
Oh, yeah.
Took his eyes, Neil. Roll credits. Now, that is kind of Jeepers Creepers in a bloody nutshell, Neil. What do you think of that?
That's pretty. I have to watch that again, John. I think I have watched it.
Have you? I don't know, Neil. I don't know.
You know,
It's pissed him down now, eh?
You know, the word creep
Yeah.
has been used in so many records, John.
I know one.
What?
Creep by Radiohead.
Yeah, right. Number one, 1992, the Stone Temple Pilots done a song called Creep. 1993, Radiohead done a song called Creep.
Yeah.
TLC in 1994 done a record called Creep. Prince done a record called Creep.
Jesus
But
Christ.
when Radiohead released it in 1992, it was banned by the BBC for being too depressing.
This is the BBC who housed Gary Glitter and bloody Jimmy Savile.
And the F-bomb word was also used in the song. They released it in 1993 and become a massive hit.
Do you know, the BBC need to look in the mirror.
They do, yeah.
They're a bloody joke.
I know, yeah.
They're a bloody joke. And DLT is another one. And Ralph Harris. They're all the bloody
Yeah,
same.
they're all Jeepers Creepers, aren't
But they won't release that song by Radiohead.
Yeah.
Classic, Neil.
Yeah.
It's a bit depressing, look.
It's kind of depressing. It's a good record.
But it's a classic, Neil. Neil, going back to Jeepers Creepers, Neil. Do you know I told you the Creeper has wings? Yeah. He's also a bit of a superhero because he throws shuriken stars at his victims.
Oh. So he's a martial arts expert as well.
Now, and also his truck is adorned with ancient symbols. You know, he's an ancient creature. That hints at his mysterious origin and has a number plate. And it says the number plate is Beat Ngu.
What? So he got a private reg?
He's got a private reg deal.
Where did he get that from?
I have no
Fast
idea.
car.
I want to know how this ancient creature can drive.
Has he passed his test?
I don't know, Neil. I don't know, but it's got a number plate and all.
He's got a private reg.
It's got a number plate, and its number plate is Beat Ngu, which is like, if you say it properly, be eating you. BEATNGU, be eating you. It's even a sock, he gets it all.
Oh,
It's a sock, he gets. So anyway, the appearance of the creeper himself is said to be inspired by Spring Heel Jack, Neil. The Victorian creature for England folklore in the 1800s. The urban legend described him as a tall, skinny figure dressed in a black cloak with clawed hands and red eyes. Now, witnesses claimed he had the ability to leap fantastic distances in the same way as the creeper does, with some reporting to see him jump over houses, Neil.
John, how come he ain't been in the Olympics then?
I don't think they had the Olympics in the 1800s.
They did, don't they?
I don't think they did.
Steve Olvet, he's got to be the same age, John.
Now, the creeper drove a 1941 Chevrolet COE cab over engine car. He did. How he got that, I don't know. I can't see him going down to the dealers down Evans Holshore. You know what I mean? Because he was an ugly bastard and he had wings and teeth.
How's he going to get finance, John?
I don't think he needs finance. He's just killed hundreds and hundreds of people and just rob the coins out the pockets. Do you know what I mean? Now, even though the first Jeepers Creepers, to me, is a very good film. It's original. I'd give it a good solid 7 out of 10. Me personally. But the second one, I'd probably give it 2.5 out of 10. And the third one, I wouldn't even rate it. It's that bad.
Don't you think they get worse? How many films can you name, right?
Yeah.
That beats the original?
This is only in my opinion.
You know,
I personally think Aliens is better than Alien. I believe Terminator 2 is better than Terminator.
Yeah.
Definitely. Off the top of my head, that is, people. Off the top of my head. Now, going back to Spring Heel Jack, Neil, yeah, when I can find him. Do you know Mark Barner was telling us about Spring Heel Jack?
Yeah.
Because he, like I say, go and check it out. It's on his podcast. And he was from English folklore. And it was reported all over the United Kingdom in the 1837, especially in London and the Midlands, Neil. So Spring Heel Jack, he jumped that far. He went from London to Dudley.
Seriously?
Yeah. There are so many theories about the nature of Spring Heel Jack. It's an urban legend, basically. Now, he's described by people. He's terrifying. He's got a frightful appearance with clawed hands and eyes that resemble balls of fire. Now, one report claimed that beneath a black cloak, he wore a helmet. And a tight, well, one of your cock rings was it? And a tight-fitting white garment like an oilskin. Now, many stories also mention a devil-like aspect. Others said he was tall and thin, with the appearance of a gentleman. He sounds all right to me, Neil.
I'll go for a drink and a bottle.
I would as well. He's probably got a bit of cash. Dressed like a gentleman with a cock ring on.
Yeah, he is.
So, in the early 19th century, now, there are reports of ghosts that stalked the streets of London. The human-like figures were described as pale. It was believed that they stalked and preyed on lone pedestrians. The stories told of these figures form part of a distinct ghost tradition in London, which some writers have argued but formed a foundation of the later legend of the Spring-Heeled Jack. Now, I've been doing a bit of research on old Spring-Heeled Jack myself and the Creeper, and they're very similar, Neil. So is the Mothman.
Martin Lever?
No, not Martin Luther. The legend of the Mothman.
Oh.
Red eyes, Neil. Wings. Same as Spring Heel Jack. Same as the Creeper. Batman. Wings. Eyes. Daredevil. Daredevil have wings. But, same kind of thing. You prayed at night. Do you know what I mean? They've all kind of sound the same to me. So, going back to maybe all these inspirations all come from Spring healed Jack. Do you know what I mean? The Mothman, the Batman, the Daredevil, and the Creeper. Saying that though, the Creeper's older, he's ancient, so maybe they all come from the Creeper, but the Creeper's not real, so, probably neither is Spring-Heeled Jack, more than likely.
No.
But anyway, Neil, going back to Spring-Heeled Jack, some skeptical investigators just claim that it was a bloody bloke pissing around, and they're saying that the bloke himself was the Marquess of Waterford. The simple fact that he loved getting drunk, he loved brawling, and he loved doing brutal jokes and vandalism. And they're claiming that the Marquess of Waterford was Spring-Heeled Jack. It was just a bloke, Neil, pissed up, dressed like a gentleman. You get it? It all fits into place, don't you think?
Just a fucking pain in the arse, mate.
Just a knobhead.
Yeah.
Just an absolute knobhead.
Typical,
more money than sense.
Typical bloke down Walsall.
I wouldn't dress like a gentleman down Walsall, I can tell you bloody that. Anyway, Neil, that kind of wraps up tonight's episode.
Good, that was.
It was. Did you enjoy that, Neil?
Yeah,
I enjoyed that one as well, even though you're off Carlisle from the rocky road. It's going to be a rocky road when you walk home.
No, well.
So, Neil, any last words, pal? Any last words? Because episode 21 is DUN done.
No, I ain't got nothing to say, John. You know, we look forward to our next podcast.
Yeah, we're doing one next week. We're doing one next week, Neil. We are.
Yes.
Exactly what we're going to do.
You know, keep them rolling, keep them rolling.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, comments, please send some in on Facebook, on any podcast sites, or on YouTube.
Yeah.
We love comments. We love reading them out, and we'll give you a bloody good shout out as well. Share the podcast, spread the word, and all that good stuff. If you want to find it, just Google Paralytic Activities Podcast, and more than likely we'll pop up somewhere along the line. Give us a listen and give us a bloody thumbs up on all that good stuff.
Get involved.
If you do that, you will do for us.
Be like a little family, we will.
We will. So, Neil, we're just going to wrap it up with our famous saying to all you people out there, to all you alien twitchers, to all you cryptid stalkers, to all you horror junkies, and to all you ghost catchers. If you are out this weekend and you don't get any spirits, just do what we do, Neil. Tell them what we do.
We drink them instead.
We drink them instead.
Don't be Mark Barner. Thank you very much.
You'll do for us.
Very strong beer.
We'll see you next week for another podcast.
Bless you.